So a good evening to everybody on behalf of Hoffman Hospice founders Tom and Beth Hoffman, as well as the board of directors, staff, and volunteers of Hoffman Hospice. And we welcome you to Light Up a Life 2021. And we didn't have one like this last year, so this is kind of great to be back. It's been a couple of years since we've done this. And the weather is so nice tonight, don't you think? It was a lot better than it was just a couple of years ago when it was raining, if you remember that. This is a cherished and time-honored tradition for our community, and we hope it becomes one for every one of you present here tonight, especially those who are here for the first time. Light Up a Life allows each of us the opportunity to honor, remember, and celebrate the special people who have themselves brought light into our lives. As we read their names aloud, for one brief moment, they will join us in memory to make the holiday season just a little bit brighter. We hope that as we reflect on cherished moments and pay tribute to our loved ones who have passed away, you will be renewed with love and hope to find the light in your own life and share it with your neighbors. So thanks so much for being here tonight and being a part of this beautiful celebration this evening. We'd also like to take just a moment to recognize and thank some of the generous people who have helped prepare such a wonderful evening as this. Thank you to Donahue Scriber for hosting our event here at the marketplace and for this magnificent tree behind us right here, which is going to light up in just a little while. We would like to also thank Valley Republic Bank for their generous sponsorship of our event tonight. We'd also like to thank the wonderful community members and the staff and volunteers of Hoffman Hospice who have provided delicious cookies. They're right back over there that you'll be enjoying in just a little while at the conclusion of tonight's program. A special thanks goes out to Janine Davis and friends for the beautiful decorations, and our friends from Stockdale High School, right over here. You've been listening to them for providing the holiday music. Yes, round of applause there. And finally, I'd like to thank all the remarkable people who support Hoffman Hospice throughout the year. For those of you who are here tonight who have used the services of Hoffman Hospice, Tom and Beth Hoffman and the staff of Hoffman Hospice would like to thank you for the privilege of caring for your loved ones. And of those of you here tonight, this evening, paying tribute to those lives that you hold dear, we thank you for spending this very special evening with us. Okay, it's time to begin. We're pretty much on time here. It's time to begin our special candle lighting tradition. All right, so do we have the people who are doing that? If you look to the edge of the crowd, let's see, do we have the people who are doing the lights? Oh, we do have some here, okay. Look to the edge of the crowd, and you'll find Hoffman staff members with lighters in hand. Okay, are we here? Okay, it's a tradition that once the first candle in a row is lit, each guest passes the flame to their neighbor until all the candles are burning in honor of our loved ones. So are we starting that process right now? Do we have the candles? There's some candles over there. Looking for somebody with lights. Oh, here we are, over here. It begins right behind me. That's why I guess I didn't see it. So we're going one by one. And we're spreading the light in many ways. Physically and spiritually as well. So we're spreading the light. If you purchased a light tonight, like within the past several minutes, your loved ones' names will be read at the close of the ceremony. A complete list of the names read tonight will be posted on the kiosk at the marketplace right here. And a recording of tonight's ceremony will be posted soon on hoffmanhospice.org if you'd like to share this with other friends and family who are not able to be here tonight. Oh, I see the lights are moving. This is really good. It's looking good. As soon as our guests' candles are lit, we will begin reading the names, starting with our Heavenly Angel dedication. So we'll wait a moment as all of the lights are lit across the area here. Looking out here, look, it's a beautiful sight to see all of these lights. Behind us as well, over to the side, way over there, it's an overflow crowd tonight, and it's beautiful. Okay, so we're just about done in the back there. Again, thank you all for coming on such a wonderful night. It's just perfect tonight. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and we're looking forward to a great Christmas time. All right, I think we're about ready for the next part here. So please welcome Ross Hoffman. He is the Director of Operations for Hoffman Hospice, and he will be reading our angel dedications.
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following angels: Stan Anderson, Shirley M. Bell, Charles Bland, veteran, Virginia Britton, Patricia Escalante Cavillo, Susie Carter, Barbara Compton, Carol Duncan, Lucas Dutton, Robert Fletcher, Thomas Gassler, veteran, Nolan and Claudine Hanna, Brandon Michael Holmes, Beth Holterman, Edith L. Hudson, Patricia Ann Ingle White, Guadalupe Hasso, Christina Jimenez, Carol Davis Lambert, Harold Meek, H.B. and Evelyn Minez, Brenda Moscove, Patty Paula, Audrey Pate, Teresa G. Sanchez, Denise B. Schmidt, Elaine Sears Gibbons, Eula Masterson Watson, Kathleen Watts, Tanya and Yulia, and Michael J. Camarena.
Thank you, Ross. And as each one of those names are read, even though these people, these beloved people that we have known, our family, they've passed away, they live on in our memories. I'd now like to invite local dignitaries, Senator Shannon Grove and Assemblyman Vince Fong, to read our veteran dedications.
Lights have been placed on the tree in honor of the following veterans: Richard Macy,
William Carroll,
Robert Farler,
Leslie Meeks.
Jose R. Rodriguez.
The following lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following veterans: Alan Abbott,
Mike Adante,
Everett Aldridge,
Danny Allen,
Ronald Angelis,
Martin Angelis,
Ray Arnett,
Jim Augustus,
Paul Bambrook,
Roy Barbosa,
Fred Barnett,
Richard Booth,
Jim Browder,
William C. Brown,
Tom Brown,
William Bill Buckley,
Bob Burke,
David Burton,
Joaquin Cadena,
J.C. Calhoun,
Donald Camp Sr.,
Tony Ceccarelli,
Levi Chamberlain,
Angelo Chavez,
Jose Chavez,
Martin Cohen,
Everett James Collins,
Jeff Connolly,
Michael Casteltino,
Eldon Ray Dalkey,
Larry L. Davis,
Adrian D. Davis,
Benny de Guzman,
Arturo Del Rio,
Jim Deppen,
William C. Dry,
Raymond Duquette,
Walt Embry,
Richard Engel,
Dennis Fincher,
Billy Jack Fleming,
Bill Fleming,
Barney Frondo,
Alec Franks,
Bob Fryer,
Edward Galladaro,
Ed Gallardo,
Ruben A. Garcia,
Manuel Garcia,
Richard Garrett,
Daryl Andy Goad,
John Richard Gonzalez,
Edward C. Gorman.
Edward L. Gorman.
Curtis Green, Sr.
Trino Guerra.
Wayman Housel.
Randy Ham.
Joe Hankins.
Don Hare.
Eddie Henry.
Don Henshaw.
Robert A. Holland.
Harold Hull Sr.
John Jacob.
Lewis Jordan.
Barney Keese.
James Kelly.
Ken King.
Clifford V. Kirschman.
Walter Cleese.
Kevin Wayne Cron.
Fred LaRusso.
Paul Leonard.
Gary Lockhart.
John Lundy.
John Marquette.
Louis Malton.
Manuel J. Marcus, Jr.
Manuel J. Marcus, Jr.
Tom Martin.
Manuel J. Marcus, Sr.
John McNevin.
William McLaughlin.
Clinton Mills.
Marvin D. Miller.
Bill Moore.
Stephen Molina.
Kenneth William Morgan.
Harley Morlock.
Tom Morton.
Martin G. Morin.
William Nelms.
Bob Neal.
Buck Nord.
Cookie Grandpa Nelson.
John Michael Olnick.
Dr. Salvatore Otto.
Donald Dismore Osborne.
Nigel Oliver.
Dorn Painter.
Papa Bob Payne.
George Pappas.
Jack Pandel Sr.
Richard K. Perry.
Gloria Perry.
Jerry Phillips.
George P. Petrak Jr.
Maxine and Charles Quinoy.
Charles Post.
Andrew Joseph Reese.
Ed Sonny Rambo.
John Rick Richard.
Kenneth Relia.
Christopher B. Rodriguez.
Bill Roach.
Harold Rose.
Nick Roghair.
John H. Simmons.
James Edward Scully.
Ron Skibby.
Gary Simpson.
Floyd F. Smith, Jr.
Walter B. Smith.
Jerry Stubblefield.
Joseph Thomas.
Vincent Tafoya.
Edward L. Sagru.
Scott Dean Freeman Thompson.
Rosemary Thomason.
Greg Timmons.
Jack G. Thompson.
Rayburn Charles Trich.
Andrew C. Tonsky.
Harold E. Walker.
Robert Turner.
Russell Clarkson Weaver.
Wayne G. Watson.
George Whiting.
Gary Leroy Wheeler.
David Imries Wegas.
William Ivor Wiggs.
R.L. Williams.
Anna Mae Wiggs.
Henry Stratton Williams.
Junior Williams.
Robert Bob Woods.
Walter M. Williams.
Jack Wright.
Luke Wolf. And Marine Corporal Adam O. Zanudo.
Lights shine in honor of the following: Brian E. Anderson,
Constancio Arambula,
Roxanne Bispo,
Colton Bispo,
Aspen Bispo,
Rylan Beebe Bispo,
Chloe Patience Cheshire,
Elizabeth Dalton,
Linda Ellis,
Maria Esparza,
Shirley Grimes,
Jacqueline Higdon,
California Custom Laminate,
Larry Miller,
Raquel Monseveus,
Melissa Moore,
Odetta Ray,
Anna Reyna,
Kathy L. Smith,
Michelle Stat.
Inez Turner.
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following: Rusty Abbott,
Lottie Abraham,
Rosie Archterberg,
Eva Acosta,
Leon Adams,
Leon Adams,
Leon E. Adams,
Ola Adante,
Marvin Edward Aldridge,
Neela Aldridge,
David Aldridge,
Gloria Elman,
Jose T. Elman,
Fidencia B. Elman,
Aziz Alexander,
Sam Alexandre,
Lala Alure,
Richard Martinez Alare,
Vernon Allen,
Beth Allison,
Beth Allison,
Mabel Aldridge,
Isabel Alvarado,
Cirilio Alvarado,
Lawrence Alvarez,
Aldwin Anderson,
Robert Anderson,
Merrill Anderson,
Marie Anderson,
Nancy Anderson,
Virginia Angelini,
Kathleen Anton Giovanni,
Eugene Anton Giovanni,
Helen Anton Giovanni,
Christina Apodaca,
Manuel Archuleta,
Rachel Archuleta,
Jackie Ardell,
Jason Airy,
Lucine Airy,
Jean Armstrong,
Roxanne Armstrong,
Ginger Arnett,
Phyllis Augustus,
Juan Alberto Avila,
Esther Avila,
Sarah Azua,
Bill Babb,
Stella Babb,
Bill Badaski,
Donna Badaski,
Nancy Ruth Bailey,
Austin Ball,
Annabelle Ann Ball,
John Barber,
Vinka Barbic,
Ida Barbosa,
David Barbosa,
Beatrice Barker,
Connie Barnes,
Ruth Barnett,
Pauline Barron,
Margaret Irene Basham,
Ricky Grant Basham,
Thelma Bastistoni,
Lido Bastistoni,
Jimmy Chase Bays,
James Bays,
Betty Davis Bays,
Ruby Beasley,
Bob Beasley,
Joan Belden,
Donna Belhumer,
Tim Belhumer,
Brock Bellew,
Robbie Bellier,
Elizabeth Berger,
Gahan Berry,
Pearl Bess,
Roy Bess,
Charlene Bone,
Don Bickford,
Alvin Leon Bishop,
Wanda Bishop,
Ed Bispo Jr.,
Ed Bispo Sr.,
Joyce Diane Black,
Mildred Blackburn,
Letty Blanchard,
Audrey Blaylock,
Katie Blazik,
John Blazik,
Marlene Blazik Schaaf,
Billy Bollinger,
William Bill Bollinger,
Levon Booth,
Kevin Stanley Mortar,
Cleo Bosby,
Bob Box,
Donna Box,
Rob Box,
Grandma Branshaw,
Stephanie Brantley,
Daryl Ray Branham,
Eva Mom Bravo,
Elizabeth Brockere,
Robert Brogdon,
Betty Jo Brown,
Emily S. Brown,
Mildred G. Brown,
Julie Brown,
Kenneth Dale Bruce,
Michael Brust,
Sean Brust.
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following: Helen Souza Bryant,
Robert L. Buffkin,
Mark W. Buffkin,
Jimmy Bugney,
Charles William Burchett Jr.,
Billy Burke,
Betty Burke,
Ingrid Monica Burrows,
Heather Lynn Butterworth,
Cindy Cadena,
Andy Cadena,
Mary Cadena,
Cynthia Cadena,
Bobby Jean Kane,
Jenny Calhoun,
Angie Calvillo,
Anna Fimbres Calvillo,
Isidore Camus,
Izetta Agnew Camp,
Cherish Campbell,
Mary Cristina Parra Canes,
Milan Caratan,
Luis Caratan,
Sue Carlisle,
Sue Carlisle,
Dorothy Carlisle,
Fred Carlisle Sr.,
Margaret Carlson,
Randall Carter,
Emily Suzanne Carter,
Ed Carter Jr.,
Jim Cash,
Billy Joanne Cassidy,
Rosario Castaneda,
Santos Castaneda,
Juan Francisco Castaneda,
Micaela Castillo,
Martin Castillo,
María de Jesús Castro,
Judy Cates,
Bruce K.,
Arlis Ciccarelli,
Barbara Joe Chacon,
Charlie Chalman,
Pat Chalman,
Chuck Chamberlain,
Maria G. Chavez,
Estella Chavez,
Didi Chavez,
Callie Sue Cheshire,
Stacy Christensen,
Deborah K. Christie,
Susan Claru,
Dr. Melvin Cochran,
Virginia Lee Collins,
John Compton,
Bill Conway,
Charles Cootie,
DeWitt Cootie,
Ava Cootie,
Betty W. Cook,
Marie Cooper,
Reuben R. Cooper,
Estelle Cooper Kimball,
Ronald Otis Kapak,
Albino Cordero Sr.,
Charlene Cornejo,
Jose L. Cortez,
Jean Castanchoa Costerison,
Eddie Cota Sr.,
Jerry Wayne Cotton,
Kenneth Dwayne Cotton,
Caitlin Elise Kaufner,
Jason Kramer,
Clinton M. Crawford,
Gary Dean Crawford,
Connor Crawford,
Kyle Crawford,
Leslie Cruz,
Rachel Cruz,
Donna Cruz,
Charlene Cruz,
Cheryl Cruz,
Mary Ann Cricky,
Carolyn K. Cresson,
Kelly Crowther,
Sylvia J. Cruz,
Ubaldo Sueves,
Mary Helen Curtis,
James Allen Cusator,
Betty Moore Cusador,
Mohanlal Daripa,
Beatrice Dougherty,
Kenneth David,
Joanne Davidge,
Leon Davis,
Charles Davis,
Kelly K. Davis,
Brenda L. Davis,
John DeJong,
Willie DeJong,
Juan Enrique de la Cruz,
Gay Granny Dean Kinder,
Jerry Deaton,
Debbie Del Papa,
Frank Del Papa,
Debbie Del Papa,
Frank Del Papa,
Sal del Rio,
Daniel Delgado,
Shirley Ann Dericio,
Ray December,
Jeanette Gail Dial,
Joanne Dixon,
Ruben Dominguez,
Demi Dominguez,
Malachi Dominguez,
Jose Domingos,
Monte Domingos,
Elba Domingos,
John Domingos,
John Doolittle,
Sophie Downs,
Cal Drewy,
Ty Aaron Earnshaw,
Art Easton,
Joanne Easton,
Gwen Easton,
Bill Easton,
Lucille Easton Lynch,
Susan Easton Paulson,
Earl E. Ebby,
Richard Ebby,
John Ebby,
Lorenzo Echevere,
Ed Edelman,
Cindy Ederer.
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following: Deanna Sue Effortsis,
Jim Ekegren,
Tony Eck,
Joan Elholm,
Donald Elkins,
Danny Elliott,
Earl Elliott,
Marge Elliott,
Janie Leanne Emerson,
Susan H. Emlett,
Carl Enoch,
Albert Escolar,
Samson Echebahir,
John Echbeher,
Albert Echekopar,
James Echkobar,
Barbara Echekopar,
Maureen Echevarry,
Jean P. Evans,
Dominic Arabidi,
Jean Arabidi,
Jim Arabidi,
Pascal Arabidi,
Grace Arabidi,
Domingo Arabidi,
Stephen Arabidi,
Marie Arod,
Janine Ezel,
Dick Fanucci,
Fern Fanucci,
Paul and Winnie Farley,
Dickie Lee Ferguson,
Edna Fincher,
Josie Fink,
Jean Fisher,
Donna Fitzgerald,
Terry L. Fleming,
Elizabeth Fleming,
Elizabeth Fleming,
Terry Fleming,
Edwin Flory,
Elizabeth Ann Fleury,
Larry William Flory,
Christy Fortier,
Betty Fortier,
Ray Fortier,
Nina Fortier,
Anna Fraker,
Josephine Franco,
Jim Frick,
Charles L. Friend,
Brenda Fryer,
Jenny Fryer,
Sunshine Fryer,
Tony Fues,
Norma Fugit,
Frank Fugit,
Steletta Furlong,
Jose Gamboa,
Barbara Gantos,
Cruz Garcia,
Hector Garcia,
Carmen Garcia,
Michael Mickey Garcia,
Bobby Garcia,
Lucy Garcia,
Lupe Garcia,
Del Gardner,
Colleen Garrett,
Joyce Garrison,
Bud Garrison,
Carlos Garo,
Jim Gentry,
Idis Giro,
C.L. Bud Giroux,
James Baba Jim Ray Glasscock,
Polly Herndon Goad,
Callie David Good,
Pamela Goldman,
Elias Garza Gomez,
Constancia Herrera Gomez,
Gabriel E. Gonzalez,
Robert Gonzalez,
Thomas Eugene Gonzalez,
David Devora Gonzalez,
Giovanni Mora Gonzalez,
Robin Goodell,
Pearlie Gorman,
Greg Gorman,
Linda Gorman,
Albert Goynich,
James Grant,
Lily Grant,
Pamela Ann Green,
Edward Green,
John F. Green,
Greg Greenleaf,
Yvonne Greenleaf,
Charlie Grinnell,
Ramona Guardian,
Chastine Chrysler Guerrera,
Polly Guerra,
Thomas Guevara,
Blanche Guevara,
Jason Guevara,
Jesse G. Haro,
Sebastian Jaharo,
Betty Ann Gunner,
Dawn Gunner,
Gary Gunner,
Megan J. Gustafson,
Hector Guzman,
John Hagsma,
Sharon Hagsma,
Kelly Allen Haynes,
Betty Heltel,
Bruce Hamer,
Amy Hammer Hamilton,
Kenneth Hancock,
Joe Hankins,
Irv Hansen,
Malcolm Hansen,
Jolyn M. Harden,
Gwen Hare,
Dave Haringa,
Justin Har,
Patrick Lee Harrelson,
Pastor Pat Harrelson,
Dorothy Harrison,
Don Harrison,
Joshua Hartzell,
Gerald Williams Haslam.
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following: Wally Holman,
Coolraj, here.
Jules Higalasoy,
Mabel Heinzelman,
Joy Henshaw,
Nancy Heredia,
Augustine Hernandez,
Augustine Augie Hernandez,
Gail Candelario Hernandez,
Abel Hernandez,
Petra A. Hernandez,
Emily Hernandez,
Paul Herndon,
Gregoria Herrera,
Gregorio Herrera Jr.,
Gregorio Herrera Sr.,
Janice Hicks,
Janice Hicks,
Linda Hill,
Wayne Hill,
Mike Hillman,
Joyce Hines,
Stephen Reed Hodson,
Tori Christine Hoffman,
Carrie Hogeland,
Aaron Hogeland,
Barry Stephen Holland,
Dean Holland,
Beatrice Holland,
Lavon Violet Holland,
Dorsey Holland,
Timothy Hollick,
Brandon Holmes,
Marjorie Holtgrew,
Linda Faye Hood,
Lee Horan,
Linda Horn,
Ruby Hossman,
John Minton Howell,
Danny Howerton,
Patricia Huckabee,
Benny Hughes,
Richard Hughes,
Joyce Hughes,
Sue Yen Ho,
Brian Hunt,
Homer Hunt,
Michael Hilton,
Aruda Potter Islam,
Pat Ivester,
Richard Ivester,
Bob Ivester,
Dave Jackson,
Sean Anthony Jackson,
Gladys Jackson,
Anthony Jandayan,
Melvin Jans,
Eileen Jans,
Florence Jenks,
Wanda Jesse,
Consuelo Mamacello Jimenez,
Walter Edward Johnson,
Jenny Lou Jones,
Beverly Ann Jones,
Kenneth Frederick Jones,
Wesley W. Jones,
Wayne W. Jones,
Melva Jones Taggart,
Laura Jordan,
Tim Jordan,
Uncle Ronnie Jocelyn,
Mom Rhonda Jocelyn,
Grandma Charlotte Jocelyn,
June Kaiser,
Mike Kamar,
Vera Kamrath Bettis,
Jerry Kearns,
Peggy Keese,
Mike Kelly,
Llewellyn Kelly,
Sheila R. Kendig,
Dan Kim,
George Kim Jr.,
Madge King,
Clifford Kirschman,
Irene Kirschman,
Irene Marie Kirschman,
Neil C. Kitchen,
Robert Fritz Clausen,
Brett Klein,
Kelsey Lynn Klein,
Daniel Knapp,
Daryl Knight,
Debbie Knight,
Marcel Kozak,
Brian Krennick,
Marie Crows,
Brett LaFond,
Paul Harlegau,
Catherine Ann Lake,
Gregory Lake,
Mike LaMarsna,
Jerry Lamb,
Beverly Lamb,
Ola Langley,
Rafaela LaRusso,
and Doris LaRusso,
Blanche Latterbach,
Frank Lawrence,
Mary Lawrence,
Stephen LaPearl,
Dan Lee,
Nick Legan,
Timothy John Lemucci,
Samuel LePennon,
Timothy Lemucci,
Marjorie Laskowski,
Shirley Lewis,
Gary D. Littles,
Junior Allen Lohman,
Deborah Ruth Lohman,
Greg Lohman,
Deborah Ruth Lohman,
Sunshine Lee Long,
William Bestis Long III,
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following: Kenneth Lopez,
Vincent Lopez,
John Lopez,
Bill Loudermilk,
Juanita Loudermilk,
Helen Virginia Lloyd,
James Luff Jr.,
David Lujan,
Anita Lumen,
Peggy Lupo,
Patty Macy,
Miguel M. Madrid,
Maggie Madrid,
Ruby Rita Madrid,
Shelley Magdalene,
Judy Magnuson,
Larry, Lord and Master of the Universe Mahari,
Danny Mattia,
Roberta Makesner,
Scott Kenny Manda,
Patrice Maniaci,
Bruce Markert,
Flavia Markert,
Mary G. Marcus,
Marie Marquez Sosa,
Antonio Marquez Jr.,
James Marsh,
Harold Marsh,
Sydney Wayne Marshall,
Gail Patricia Marshall,
Rodrigo P. Aduelo Martinez,
Michael Paul Martinez,
Martha Martinez,
Maria Martinez,
Angie Martinez,
Rolando Martinez,
Mabel Pauline Marvel,
Catherine Ann Marvel,
Jerry Don Marvel Jr.,
Willie A. Mascarenas,
David Macy,
Cheryl Matley,
Michael Mayo,
Connie McBride,
Matthew McCain,
Deanna Jean McCauley,
Deanna McCauley,
Mike McGee,
Bill McLaughlin,
Margaret McLaughlin,
Sandra Mears,
Allison Medina,
Phyllis Meeks,
Ava Mendoza,
Andreas Mendoza,
Kathy Miserol,
Dorothy Metler,
Robert Metler,
Brandon Michelle,
Robert Mikkels,
Deborah Miles,
Barbara Jean Miller,
Fern Miller,
Jan Miller,
Ann Mills,
Dana Mills,
Lowell Milton,
Sharon Milton,
Jerry Mintz,
Patsy Ann Minyard,
Gonzalo Mojica,
Matthew Monti,
Uncle Rusty Moore,
Grandma Peggy Moore,
Grandpa Ralph Moore,
Gavin Moore,
Dawn Moore,
Betty Moore,
Mark Moore,
Connie Mora,
Noah Joseph Morales,
Mary Clark Moreland,
George Moreno Jr.,
Lily Mae Morgan,
Polly Morgantini,
Jason Matthew Morris,
Sandra Morris,
Mary Munoz,
Keith Monroe,
Jimmy Monroe,
Nate Munson,
Maria E. Murcia,
Walt Napier,
John M. Neal,
Delfino Nada,
Raquel Nada,
Thomas Nelms,
Kay Nelms,
Marjorie Nelson,
Grandma Cookie Nelson,
Papa Ron Nelson,
Louis Nessin,
Hong No,
Alfred Nito Salgado,
Marianne Norid,
Marvin Lee Norman Jr.,
Lil Norton,
Sherman Norton,
Jeffrey Norton,
Graciela Nunez,
Gabriel Nunez,
Jesus Nunez,
Nina Odo,
Norma Odom,
Philip Owie,
Martha Oe,
Lee Olcott,
Gomesinda Oguin,
John J. Oliveras,
Hector Ontiveros,
Michael Ornales,
Jesus Orono,
Vicenta Orana,
Bob Ortiz,
Sal Ortiz,
Ruby S. Ortiz,
Charles Osborne,
John Overton,
Ruby Page,
Sammy Stephen Page,
Nona Betty Payne,
Robert B. Painter,
Lorraine Painter,
Marcus Allen Palos.
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following: June Pappas,
Tim Pappas,
Gary Paradise,
Shirley Parker,
Ruth E. Parnell,
Audrey Pate,
P.K. Paul,
Alan James Paulson,
Jerry K. Peavyhouse,
John Piran,
Geraldine Piran,
Ruth Pennington,
Cindy Perez,
Julian Perez,
Jimmy Perry,
Marion Perry,
Pearl Perry,
Greg Perry,
Dorothy Arbas Peters,
Kenny Peters Jr.,
Carol Peterson,
Luella D. Petrak,
Louis Oreste Petrini,
Al Bobcat Petty,
Frank Phillips,
Gail Phillips,
Pamela Phillips,
Dan Phillips,
Salvador Piceno,
Bo Justin Pingree,
Barbara Jackson Plank,
Lloyd Edward Plank,
Evelyn Jean Madison Plymale,
Elmo Poncetta,
Sol Porras,
John Porter,
Jose Epifanio Posadas,
Emma Posadas Espinoza,
Betty Price,
Sneed Price,
Barbara Primeserio,
Julie Prophet,
Lois Pruitt,
Norma Prunetta,
Fernando Puga,
Wally Quintanilla,
Ferman Quintanilla,
Herlinda Quintanilla,
Jesus de Quintanilla,
Betty Quintanilla,
Adrian Rambo,
Aline Rambo,
Molly Rankin,
Dot Raskin,
Faye Bispo Ray,
Marcelina Rickatoon,
Dawn Recatoon,
Jacqueline Redon,
Gary Reed,
Michael Reed,
Pauline Reed,
Charlotte Reeves,
James E. Reeves,
Ivy Regina,
Graciana Register,
Marie Raycart,
Dan Reeder,
Rexon Rhodes,
Ross Richardson,
Alden Richmond,
Pauline Rios,
Virginia Marianne Rivera,
Mama Dorita Rivera,
John Roach,
Jackie Roach,
Naomi Faye Roberts,
Eric Robinson,
Johnny Dad Robinson,
Harry Quinn Robinson,
Merle Rodine,
Shirley Rodine,
Martha Rodriguez de Rodriguez,
Juanita Rodriguez,
Rosa Romero,
Eleanor Ronquillo,
Mark Root,
Antolin Rosado,
Cameron Alec Ross,
Terry Lynn Ross,
Mickey Ross,
Thelma Ross,
Charlie Ross,
Loretta Arlene Rothetcher,
Jennifer Rubio,
Richard Rudnick,
Oscar Rudnick,
Angel Ruiz,
Jose de Jesus Ruiz,
Richard Russell,
Ala Russo,
Paul Ryan,
Wilma Ruth Ryan,
Simplicio Saveron Jr.,
Jadine Sachs,
Angel Salazar Salazar,
Luis Salgado,
Eduardo Salinas,
Georgie Samaniego,
Esteban Sanchez Jr.,
Tom Sapp,
B. Schaefer,
Lenore Schaefer,
Ray Schiffhauer,
Winona Schroeder,
Kevin Jones Schull,
Sylvester Schult,
Elizabeth Schult,
Vicky Lynn Schultz,
Jerry Schumacher,
Johnny Sedano,
Bruce Seibel,
Sonia Shea,
Tom Shipley,
Christopher Simpson,
Connie Simpson,
Lindsay Sinclair,
Manuel A. Sinoui,
Chiquita Sipos,
George Skravanek,
Roberta Skravanik,
Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of the following: Louise Smitty,
Clifton Smith,
Jessie Margaret Smith,
Jesse Smith,
Norma M. Smith,
Patricia B. Smith,
Mary Lynn Smith,
Anna Mae Smith,
Lily Boots Smith Gardner,
Deborah Smith Player,
Michael Smith Sr.,
Walter B. Smith Jr.,
Judy Sneed,
Helen Soares,
Esperanza Solis,
Santiago Solis,
Alfred M. Solis,
Helen Marie Souza,
Frank J. Souza,
Mary J. Souza,
Michael Spafford,
Chelka Stacy,
Joyce Stacy,
Gary L. Stanton,
Douglas G. Starr,
Lorraine Steele,
Klein Steele,
William Stevens,
Ray Stevenson,
Candy Stewart,
Marion Stewart,
Donald M. Stiers,
Vivian Stitt,
Aaron Stitt,
Patricia Ann Stotts,
Joseph K. Chief Stotts,
Joe Stringer,
Joel Subaru,
Paige Sugru,
Pat Suniga,
Rose Sermont,
Joe Sermont,
Lillis W. Svendenson,
Donald Norman Swan,
Nola Sweeney,
Monsieur Ronald James Sweat,
Esther Severs,
Charlie Tadima,
Vidal Tafaya,
Ramona Tafaya,
Esther Tafaya Craig,
Alvin Tanabe,
Jessie Mae Tatum,
Francis Taylor,
Mark Taylor,
Paula Taylor,
Patrick Taylor,
Kathy Taylor,
Sandra Lucille Taylor,
Patricia Thomas,
Kenneth Ray Thomas,
Papa Peter Thorne Sr.,
Eva Louise Thornton,
Beverly K. Thornton,
C.D. Tex Thorpe,
Jonathan Andrew Tierce,
Joseph Timmons,
Art Tognini,
Patricia Tognini,
Mary C. Tonsky,
Andrew M. Tonsky,
Philip Noah Torres,
Maria Murph Torres,
Trudy Travis,
Della Faye Tritch,
John Troost,
Michael Turner,
Debbie Turpin,
Dusty Turpin,
Florence Tutt,
Charlie Urbano,
Maria Teresa Valdez,
Gerardo Vallejo,
Marcos Valera,
Esperanza Varela,
David Vasquez,
Stella Vasquez,
Lenore Vega,
Essie Victoria,
Ana Lisa Rodriguez Vidal,
Sylvia Vigil,
Francisco Boy Villarreal,
Patty Walker,
John R. Walker,
Amy Walker,
Jeremiah Walker,
Thomas F. Walsh,
Vera Ward,
Willis A. Ward,
Barbara Lynn Waters,
Karen Watson,
Lois M. Watson,
Angela Weimer,
Kathy Weir,
Dr. Martin Weiss,
Adam Batman West,
Madeline West,
Eugene West,
Jerry Wetterholm,
Gary Wayand,
Carol White,
Penny White,
Patricia Whitting,
William Wiggle,
Irene Weigel,
Mert Weidman,
Catherine Louise Wiggs,
Aline Williams,
Faith Williams,
Dan Williams,
Janie Williams,
Frances Beatrice Spurlock Williams,
Joyce Marie Williams,
Phyllis C. Williams,
Cleta Williams,
Ramon Ray Williams,
Connie Williams,
Joyce Winder,
Jerry Winkler,
Karen Winter,
Verna Witzel,
James Wood,
Angela Dawn Woods,
Cheryl Wynn,
Edna R. Wyatt,
Betty Marion Wyckoff,
Jane Zander,
Che Zoe Zuniga Jr.
Lights have been placed on the tree in honor of the following people: Kathy Branch, Young Survivors Coalition. Lights have also been placed on the tree in memory of the following people: Mary V. Mendoza, Sandy D. Mendoza, Victor B. Mendoza, Eddie Joe Mendoza, Jose Roman Salvador, Lorenza Salvador Uristegui, Concepcion Salvador Flores, Gabriel Marquez Trinidad, Trinidad Heredia, Manuel Marquez, Andrea Diaz, Roberto Salinas, Josefa Salinas, Lawrence A. Almendarez, Blanca Valadez, Myrna Collins, Harold Collins, veteran, Ahila Picard, Pasita Becerra, Huling Yoro, Charlie De Guzman, Leanne Cottingham Williman, Wesley Williman, Wyatt Rodart, Jesus Cambreros Sr., Jacobo Gabara, Regina Ramundo, David Hauser, veteran, Pauline Hauser, Timothy Hauser, Rick Newworth, Alvin H. McClellan, Amelia Rodriguez, Fiza Gubriel, Carol Rama, Al Neely, Betty Killian, Pete Adap, Evelyn Henster, Christina Anita Jimenez, Adolfo Sanchez, Scott Merritt, beloved son, Mercury Son Martin, Sue Eggleston, Hal Eggleston, Chuck Eggleston, veteran, Clyde Robinson, veteran, Hal Eggleston was a veteran, Gay Dean Kinder, Alma Irene Juarez, Angela Rose Juarez, Carlos M. Juarez, Guadalupe Cup, Edward Darstein, veteran, Robert P. Landry, veteran, Eddie Martinez, Brandon Camargo, Atticus Kozlowski, Ian Hobson, Joe Reyes, Steve Cavillo, Jamie Adams, Joyce Hines, Danny Miranda, Goldie Amick, Jim Hapton, veteran. Rufino Thomas Hernandez. Jackie Lee Van Horn. Diane Elliott. Huey Elliott. Angel Salazar, forever 16. And Wanda Jesse. We've tried to pronounce these as good as we can, and if we have for some reason missed your loved one's name that you've purchased a light for, if you raise your hand, my staff will come around, write their name down, and I will read it before we leave tonight. So I'm going to pause a little bit. Raise your hand if we for some reason missed your loved one's names. We want to make sure that this time is meaningful for you. Lights have been placed on the tree in memory of Alfredo Nieto Salgado, Papa Ron, Rudy Gonzalez, Alvin Horn Sr., Eddie Gurrow, and Peggy J. Segru. Okay, so it's time to light the tree now. Let's hope it lights. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! I think we're going to sing Silent Night.
Child, holy
much for coming out tonight. It's been a wonderful evening. Look around and you can see all of the lights, all representing a life lived and always in the memory and the hearts of all of us who loved them. And thank you for your support for Hoffman Hospice as well. I'm going to conclude with a prayer. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful night. We thank you for this gathering of people. We thank you for the names read, which all represent lives lived for decades or more, lives that touched each one of us in different ways, but a way that we can remember them and love them for what they offered and gave to us, and also the light that they gave to other people. And just like tonight, one light leads to another light being lit, and thank you for that opportunity. Thank you for us remembering that, and thank you for your love that you have extended to all of us here at this place and this time. So we pray, Lord, for your peace and tranquility at this holiday season, and we thank you for the salvation that you bring us. In Jesus' name, amen. Members of Hoffman Hospice staff are available to talk with you if you have anything that you'd like to talk about regarding their services and programs. And we'd also like to remind you, if you purchased a commemorative ornament, that you can pick them up right over here. Go ahead and raise your hand. Right over there, she has some boxes. That is where you pick those up. They are ready for you to take. We now invite you to enjoy some refreshments back over there. And it would be so kind if you return your candles to the baskets at front. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you once again for your support for this event at Hoffman Hospice and those that they serve. May the spirits be lifted, your spirits, after this special evening. Good night and Merry Christmas.